All right, so for this week, we're going to do a very unique and cool assignment. So you'll be paired in groups of 5, but we don't have so much people here, so we'll reduce that. Or I might work with that, have like 2 groups. So your goal is to plan the entire documentation and create a report for it. And at the end of this, you will create a skeleton of what this documentation look like. So that's the assignment. So the detail of this project you will use for this documentation can be found here. So let me know if you can see my screen. So I will share that with us. Okay. Okay. So, and sorry, I didn't announce it. So Prince won't be joining us today. He's under the weather. So some other time he will join us, but not today. So this is the project. You already have access to the repo. So the project name is Open Madness. We just coined that name. I don't know what we were thinking, but we coined this name, Open Madness. So now the report will give a run through of what you guys have put your research about this. You know, the next one is where you're going to build the actual documentation. For this, is just having the report. So you go through this, you get to know more about this project, what is Open Madness, so we explain what it means, why the Open Madness, how to use the Open Madness. So when you click here, you have more idea about this Open Madness, and all that. Now, so we did this because we want you to have an idea of how to, work on a new project from scratch, because the other ones we've been doing are projects that already existed, but this is what would I say? This is actually a non-fiction project, but it doesn't exist. It's from scratch. Everything is new. So you guys are doing everything from scratch. Now, then when you're done with this, that I want you guys to be in groups. So you would learn how to work with each other. So that's another reason why we wanted it to work this way. Because in most companies, some you work solo, while the others you work with somebody. So, and when working with people, there are issues you will face. It's normal. For right now, maybe you guys don't have any clash, no issues. It's fine. It's okay. And actually, nobody really wants to work with somebody that will give them issues, but that is life for you. You work with people. Sometimes you get some misunderstandings. You understand? But you need to learn how to handle those situations. That's why when you go to some interviews, they ask you, if you work with, your manager when your manager will tell you to do this, and you know what your manager wants to do is not good, how would you respond to your manager? Or have you had a conflict in the office? How did you think? So those questions normally come because they expect that you already have an experience, and it is normal. It's not like it's not abnormal. It is normal for you to work where you have some issues. Trust me, most of those times, those places are where you get to learn a lot. And those issues sometimes will even build you to be a much better leader in the future. If you work in a place that you've not had issues at all, trust me, you might not even be a good leader because you don't know how it means to handle situations. So when they come, it's the first time and it's new to you, you won't know what to do, chaos. So I'm not saying we should prepare chaos for this assignment. I'm just saying this will help us build in case, but nobody should start anything. So we can finish this program in harmony and peace. All right, so that's for this assignment. So when we are done with that, the next assignment is where you guys would now use that report you've created together, work together to now build the docs. So, and I've heard the I read what you guys posted, the issues, and also with the effort you guys have also put into this current assignment. I know it's not easy. I know you guys are trying to do your best, but listening to you guys today, I feel touched. So I feel touched, and I would like to give you guys one more week to submit your assignment. So you're not submitting today. So you have one more week to submit your assignment. So you take your time and get it done. Trust me, I've already concluded that you guys will
Thank
submit.
you, sir. God bless you. God bless you, sir. Oh God, God bless you. I'm so happy. Oh God, sir.
Yeah,
May
it's
God be
okay.
with you. Thank you. Thank you.
So now I've already concluded that I'm like you guys are gonna submit today for you. But I listened to you guys today and everybody have put in a lot of work and you're trying to kill. I know it's not easy, to be honest, it's not easy at all. But we want you guys to just be on that hot spot because there are companies you work with. Trust me, they won't even give you this. They won't give you the room. They feel you're good, you're there, just get it done. So you guys have one more week to do what you can do on the assignment. So, but this assignment you're talking about today, you guys are not going to do it today. It's just let me let you guys know about the assignment. You go and read the assignment. By tomorrow, you get send a message across to let everybody know that your group and there is no lead, so you guys can decide to pick a lead. So I'm not picking any lead. Prince will pick any lead of any group. So we'll just create the group, and you guys will decide. Okay, we want this person to lead us, or we want this other person to lead us. So you guys would decide who would do that via meeting. So the main essence of the report is you guys will jump on a call together, talk about what should be in the report. What should be in the report? You have the project, what it means. So you guys are going to explain more of the project. You're giving like the report to come with a detailed information of the docs, the structure, the way it should be, the homepage, the way it should be, how many pages it should have. Should it have an about us? Should it have a contact us? Should it have in the categories in the docs? How's it going to be categorized? So you guys are going to make it very, very detailed. Do we need to add any image at all to explain it? You know, that is what I want you guys to do because you're creating a documentation for that company called Open Madness. People are not actually mad there, but it's just open if you want to get mad. Okay. So you guys are going to have calls together, sync very well. Then, and trust me, when you do this and you don't have somebody at the top, like, okay, let me act like a lead, let's guide this process. Chaos would definitely come because why didn't you take my idea? My idea is the best idea. I brought this stuff. So you guys need to get somebody that would at least settle things down. Let's do this, let's do that. Else, chaos. The chaos I talked about is going to happen. Okay. And when it comes to the lead, it doesn't necessarily need to be a man or a guy. Sometimes guys they screw things up. They screw things up a lot. So you guys will decide who you think you want. You guys will appoint the person. I don't know the style you want to use because we don't want to interfere in any way. Because different companies have different ways they pick. Some would say, okay, let's pick this person because this person seems maybe well experienced or this person has been doing so good. So sometimes somebody doing so good might not even be a good lead. So don't this person has been doing. I've been observing her, been observing him. He's been give the person the opportunity, things will go south. So you guys should decide who you want to be. Now, who you choose to be your lead will make and break this project you guys want to do. Because in real life, when you work with a lead that doesn't know so much about that and the person is chaotic on his own, everything will go south. So The most important work you guys will have, being the first, is to choose who's going to be the lead. Then afterwards, you guys, that lead will now be the person to now tell you guys, okay, let's have a call this time, that time. How many weeks are we going to have a call before? Because the next assignment you guys are going to do is where you guys will build the real project. For now, it's just to have a report. And this report is very detailed, like I said, report of the entire docs. What will be in the homepage? What will be in this? So you guys will already even add diagrams to explain this will be here, this will be here, have an information architecture about the docs. So are we going to have a section that, okay, what style guide are we going to use and why? Everything will be well explained. So you just like you're giving it to a company, give it to us and we'll say, okay, let us see who actually did an awesome work that will convince us that we will give you the contract to build the docs. So it's up to you guys now. So if you have any question, the floor is open. Ah, Cecilia, you should do. I'm not anything about lead. I'm not saying anything again. I've said you gotta ask ChatGPT. If you find yourself in chaotic situation, it's up to you. Somewhere is your hand raised since. Is this for a different thing or for this one?
Okay, actually, for when you were talking about being paired, so I saw a message on the group that were paired, so I was now asking what that one meant.
What meant?
We're paired on the group chat.
Paired in the group chat.
Yeah,
Paired when?
I saw a message I was paired with somebody. I don't know if somebody saw it, so
Okay, I think that's for Precious. Yeah, the community manager. I think she's doing a different thing, not for the assignment.
okay.
Yeah. So how many of us have filled this form? And first off, how many of us are excited about this assignment? This one, not the current one you're doing, this group assignment. Just raise your hand. Let me see. Oh, only Cecilia. Oh, so Queen, you don't like the group assignment?
I
Mm.
like it.
Are you crying or what? So, Bravo, are you not excited at all about the group assignment?
Me.
Yes, you didn't raise your hand, you didn't clap, you did.
I think it's a nice assignment. Um, so yeah, I will say I'm excited. Yes.
All right, thank you. Bessie?
I'm excited. Thank you.
In the book of excitement, this can never be excitement at all. This tool there is nothing exciting about the tool. Josh, okay, you're always excited. Judith, okay, you're in a noisy place, so maybe you drop it in the chat, let us know. All right, so do you have,
So,
yeah, okay, Richard? You have a question?
Yes, I have a question.
All right.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, my question is about how to go about interviewing SMEs. They can't lead. Like, I'm confused on what to ask. Is there like there's any resource that you can share with us that says, okay, we're having a call with an SME, maybe for building a job or something. How do
Okay.
you go about it basically? Like, what do you know? How do you know what to ask on and when to ask and all that stuff?
All right. Thank you so much. That's a very, very important question. Right. So first off, SMEs are experts in that particular field or tool or project. And because they are experts, they're always too busy. So when you want to go to them, you need to prepare a lot of detailed questions and questions that are not too basic because they tend to get angry sometimes and they follow up with the tech writer or whoever is coming to them. So, for example, you're working on a React project and you want to meet the React engineer to ask him a few questions on what to document, and you're asking the person, what is NPM installed? The person will like, God, I can't work with this guy. Because he or she will feel that the question is too basic, that if you don't even know what npm install is, so how can I even work with this guy? It seems that I'll be teaching this guy a lot, which means I'll be spending so much time telling him or her what to do instead of focusing on my work. So they always like people that at least know some, and you're coming with the question which they expect you to come with, not what npm install or how can I install. You're like, or how can I run this? He said, do you have VS Code? He said, yes. VS Code. What is the VS Code? Is it that Microsoft? They were like, God, this guy again. So, how to prepare those questions? For example, same on the React, you have a React project and they want you to document the SDK they are building with React. Maybe they build the SDK on top of React. So first, you know how to install. So the how you prepare questions is challenges you have. So you try to install it and it isn't working. You've tried different means. That is one mistake people do. You don't try different means. You just try one way and it didn't work. You just want to jump on a call. And always don't jump on a call with them because they're very busy. So when you try something and you have difficulties, note it down, send a message. No need for jumping on a call because jumping on a call is like they want to tutor you. So you just send a message like, I tried to install this and it didn't work. I tried this, and I tried this and it didn't work. Look at the error messages and I use this error message to also debug. It didn't work. Send it. They were like, oh, okay, yeah, look at the problem here. Do it, do this, do that. That's it. So you only ask questions when you find difficulty. Now you can also ask questions when it's a new project. Now, still on that difficulty too. It's a new project first, before you want to start jumping on the call, at least try to play around with it so you have an idea of what they are trying to do. So on the call, you would now say, okay, I tried playing around with it. Look at the issues I faced while trying to install. I don't know what the button means. I also saw this. I don't know what it means. At least you're able to put it down and you also give them a run through. I think this one means this. They were like, oh, nice. I think this guy is on the same wavelength with me. Okay, now let me give you a breakdown of everything. That's one. Some companies, once you join, they would have a document already for you. So you go through the document, then when everything boils down to difficulty. So when you're going through the document and maybe you think you didn't understand this line very well, you note it down. Note the areas you think you don't understand very well. Maybe try to work around something you couldn't. And don't always request for a call. Because me, personally, calls are just so tiring. So just send the document. I tried doing this. So maybe you can tell them to send a recorded this in, or if they want to jump on the call. But jumping on the call most times is because they want to walk you through to do something, which means your own difficulty level is now too high. So they need to jump on a call to see you do that thing and maybe follow you up and or maybe show you this how it's been done. So already you're giving them too much work. Remember, like I said, they're experts. They have priorities. They have their own goals. So they are trying to meet up their own. They are trying to be productive so that they would. Everybody wants to be productive, so they would increase your salary and all that, and see you as someone that is very serious. So I wouldn't want my colleague from a different department doing writing to come and disturb my own progress. So the person might even report to you and say, I don't think this person knows so much. Person is look at the kind of question is asked, what is NPM install? How you now they will start looking into your own case. So working with SMEs is always difficult because most of them that I've worked with very difficult to work with because they always want to engineers just want to do things anyhow, do it fast. They will just expect you to even know it and don't come to them. Even if they say come to me, it means don't come too much. So it's more about going through when you join the company, they will give you a document about the tool or product you want to work about. You want to work on, sorry. Then maybe some will give you videos. And first thing is to play around with it. At least, let's say they give you the repo of the SDK. First, play around with it, install it, start doing this, doing that. When you start having issues in doing some areas, you note it down, and you come in a more professional way, come in a way they will see you as a senior. So I've tried doing this and I ran this. I had this issue, I had that issue, I had this issue. What's the problem? I also tried this and I tried this, and I think this problem is they would like, oh, this guy. They will just go through what you have sent. But if you just go and say, okay, can you tell me more about? They're like, did you try it? You say no. That's the one problem. So try it first. They will now tell you go and try it, then come back. That statement means let me give you a second chance. But when you go to them, I tried this and I tried this and I've tried this, you worked, this one worked, your work looked very good, I love the project, but I had issues understanding what this one means. And also when I was running, I had one issue. I tried to inspect it, tell them you're a bit technical, try to do, they will respect you and they will get to the work. And when you also tell them, okay, can you also check this one? It will be like you're now more of a senior to them, telling them what to do. And they will easily oblige to do that. So that's how it works. But if you just wait and wait for them to give you a breakdown of everything, nah, they expect that you have to take a little share of that. Give them the breakdown of the issues, everything you have done, and also go at the technical writer to make the work sweet because they love working with technical writers that are detailed enough. I did this, look at the error. I had these 3 different errors. Look at what I did to get these errors. And look at what I also tried to resolve 3 of them. They will, okay, yeah. Yeah, you follow the right step. Maybe you missed out something. And they will understand that you're not an engineer, so that's fine. But if you don't go this way, it's chaos. So hope I answered your question. So I think I took my time to talk about that because I love talking about SMEs. I've worked with chaotic ones, so even if you wake me up in the morning, I will give you a different approach when it comes to SMEs because they've dealt with me. All right, Basi. Yeah, Basi.
Okay, please, I want to get clarity on when we are starting the other tasks. So you've given us one more week to complete this one. So that means we are starting the other tasks after.
Yeah,
Okay,
I will
okay,
still remind you guys again when that you're starting this assignment then, but it's after this 1 week.
okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So this is the only time people are thanking me. It's okay. Yeah, Josh.
So thank you for all other times you've not been thanking.
Hey, Josh, what's up?
Fine. So, sir, my question is this: can you explain in again, but this time in a more simpler term, the assignments, like the assignments of next 2 week, like everything that should be in the
Which 2 weeks?
in a report,
Which two
like
weeks?
next week, the next assignments.
All
Yeah,
right.
so if you
So
can explain, it again, and is there a sample of something like you can share with us?
no sample for you guys. So this assignment, like I said, is more about making a search on you guys. So when you go and you have, okay, let me explain again. I think I tried to be detailed enough. So like I said that in the report, you guys are going to work on as a team. You will go through, let me open it again. Can I see the GitHub repo?
Yes.
Yeah. So now you're going through this and you're writing, you will now rewrite this, make it a more detailed way where you explain open madness more. Okay. Now, and you are building a docs for this. So now you're coming in the approach of the documentation. So you're explaining what this means in a more detailed way with more diagrams that would help somebody understand what open madness is. That's one. Now, the docs, you also explain what should be on the homepage. For example, you have a section called homepage. Now, homepage should have this, should have that, should have this, and you explain why it should have all those components or content. You understand? Then flip side to the doc section and also the homepage, you also explain the navs. Should you have a nav bar, maybe contact us or about us, or should you have the docs? You're explaining it because you're building a docs for this startup called Open Madness. So maybe you get to the docs part, okay, maybe to have a nav bar called docs about us, maybe GitHub and search and whatever you think you want to have. Then when it gets to the docs, you see if you click on the docs section will have this journey. It will have the introduction, under introduction, it will have overview, maybe it will have an installation, it will have an advance, it will have SDK, it will have API. You're just breaking down all those things. You understand? Now, you're not writing any content in it. You're just giving a breakdown of why you should have that, and you're explaining why. Everything's all about why in this document. Why do we have this? You explain it. And in each of the journey, maybe introduction. So we're going to have introduction as a category, have this installation, this under it, or have installation as a separate category. Why? Because this project needs installation. We're installing this, that. You're just explaining all that in that report. That's it. So, and go on the same thing with about us, the same thing with any other nav bar you think you want to add there, nav bar item, you would explain and have it in the report. So it will come with diagrams. So the diagram in the home, you have a diagram first that would say, okay, maybe diagram, homepage, maybe down. If you move down, about us, same on the homepage, you have like 4 arrows. One of the arrows is about, one is docs. Just like a way to give somebody an overview that, yes, this is how it should look like. So when me and Prince go through it as the client you're working for, okay, I think we need to give these people. So you're explaining what this means to us, how the docs will look like, what and what will be in the docs. More. So I don't know how detailed. If you want me to do more detailed than this, is me doing it, which is
I
your work
understand. I
this time
understand
now.
that.
Yeah. So go
Thank
through
you, sir.
this. Yeah. Enhance this in the document. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys how to do it because you now have an idea of how to break things down from your audit report. So don't confuse us with one pager. That would now confuse the whole world on that. Now, like I said, you guys are not building the project. It's just having that document, a very detailed document. It's supposed to be big. It's going to be big. Okay. So after you're done with that, that team that will be created will still be the team that will still create the docs, the actual docs itself. So try not to scatter the team. Nobody should try to scatter the team, so the team will still go to the next stage to build the actual project. Because if that thing is scattered, nobody to build it. Hi, Messi.
So I'm just trying to like summarize that in nutshell, what you are telling us to do is more like a proposal, right? Like,
Yeah.
So thank you, sir.
Okay. So Cecilia say, can the submission dates in this curriculum document be updated as well? I won't update it. Why? Because people are already confusing me. So let me confuse people back. Okay. First, you're supposed to do the other
You
assignment.
can't,
The
you
other
can't do
assignment,
that, sir.
I can't do that. The other assignment was supposed to be for 2 weeks. You guys say, we added 1 more week. Confusion number one. Now, today, you're done with your PT game now. I felt you guys have added 1 more week. Are you saying I should go and change the date? I will confuse people back. As you're confusing me, I will confuse people back. So let the confusion begin. If it gets to next week, people will cry again. Anyways, it needs to be around that time because I have one problem. I tried to be a bit soft, so maybe if Prince is back next week, maybe he's a bit ill because of too hard. So maybe when he's back, he will take this session from me. Yes, it's like a mapping out the documentation architecture in the report. Yes, way more than that. So you guys are doing a very big work. And one thing about this assignment you guys are doing is when you get an interview, trust me, this would scale you through because when you're speaking, you're not speaking from, I read this thing, I heard this thing, you're speaking from, I did this thing. And when they ask you, do you have any issues? You say, yes, I had issues working with Mercy. Yeah. How to say she working with Cecilia too? She was doing this thing. I had issues working with. You might not call their name. No need calling anybody's name. I had issues working with Richard. Yeah, he's too formal. Or I had issues working with Mr. Wisdom. He's always giving us extra weeks. People must have issues.
So what if we did not have issues? What if we just try to accommodate each other? Does that mean that we
It's fine. That's the best. So you tell them on the call that I work with people and I didn't have any issues. And this is how we work together to avoid issues. Because that is what they want to hear from you. You understand? So how did you okay? For me, I worked in an organization, we did this, but we didn't have any issues. But look at what we did, look at the approach we took to avoid issues. So when you now explain that approach, you're like, oh, okay, yes, that's a very good strategy. That is why you guys didn't have any issues. You understand? But there are strategies you would explain to them, they know that that should give issues. There are strategies you will bring up right now. You must have issues with Josh. You understand? There are also strategies you bring. You will have issues with Bravo, or maybe you have issues with Bassi. You understand? So tell them the best approach and strategy to use not to have issues in the team. Even if you've not had issues before, what did you do not to have issues? Like for me, I think if I work with Cecilia, maybe we'll have issues. So I will explain. I try to give 1 more week so that she'll be happy and not have issues with me. That's a good strategy. And confusing me and I'll confuse people back. So we add the data. Add the date yourself on Discord. I won't even read the message to start with. So when building the docs from scratch, what should the technical writer work on first? Homepage, structure, content. Okay. Well, first of all, you have to plan. So you have a document for planning the docs. That document will now involve your research process. You understand? So this report need to have a research document in it. So as I say, it's big. Make your research, you find out more. So you have what and what did you do what other documentations did you check? What did you see that they did? You have that in this report, you have that in it, okay? That we went to these docs, we went to 5 different documentation, you have a table for it. This one has this one doesn't have this. You list out the good things, maybe search, AI, this, that. This one has this one doesn't have this, the pros and the cons. Why, at the end, you now say, okay, we're able to pick one out of this table we did. Because like I said, everything you're doing should be in that document in a way that when we go through it, at the end, you like, we've picked this style, we've picked everything, and this is what we're going to do. So you start with that planning, then the planning involves the homepage, the structure. Let's call it structure, not like homepage. Structure of the entire docs itself, which involves the homepage first. So the homepage is going to have the structure of the homepage. Then when you're done with the structure, you now talk about what will be in each of the pages, starting from the homepage. So what kind of content should we have in the homepage? How many nav bars should we have there? Do we need a footer? In the doc section, what should we use? And that structure, you also talk about the style guide you work with. So you also list out, have a table of style guide. We have listed out 4 or 5 style guides. And this is the reason why we want to pick this one: Google, Microsoft, Red Hat. So you have a reason to pick one. So like I said, it's going to be a detailed one. I thought the class was supposed to be by 3 p.m. I dropped a message yesterday and I used at everyone so that everybody will see it.
So it's 2 p.m. GMT plus 1. That's what you put. So in our own time, it will be 3 p.m.
No, GMT
No.
plus 1 is your time. It's Nigerian normal time,
Yeah.
West African time. Yeah. So it's today assignment. I gave you guys a grace, and that grace will not be extended. I will try not even attend next week call. Within next week, okay, I don't think we're gonna have any call next week. But next week you guys are gonna submit this one. Okay, yeah, thanks. Bravo. So this document is gonna be a lot. It's gonna be in depth. So see what I would do to help you guys. I would try to create like a template and share it with you guys. So I really wanted you guys to do all that yourself, but I will create the template and share it with you guys. So with that template, you would know what you need to do. And again, the template is not final. You can decide to add more because I would like to add more. Add more where necessary. If it's not necessary, don't add it. Okay. Ensure whatever you want to add is very, very important. If it is not, it doesn't add any meaningful impact, just remove it. So what else again? I think I've answered all your questions, and am I missing anything? Okay, let me add this link again for those that are joining now. So this is the link to the assignment. Put your information there and we'll create a group. So the group will be created anytime, today's Saturday, so anytime next week. You guys will have group created. Then you will know yourselves. So, and then you guys will start working. So I think we'll do it. We are going to do it maybe ending of this week. So in a way, you don't get distracted. So I want you guys to take your time to wrap up this assignment because from what you guys have said so far today, you got to see what we'll do. So any other question? Let me see if you have any question on Discord. And again, I have one request from you guys. So whenever admin drops a message, try to react to the message. So I'll be sure that you guys have seen the message or not. Because when I drop a message using at everyone and people don't react to it, it seems to me nobody has seen the message. So that is why I always try to drop more reminders, because I'm not sure if you guys have seen it or not. The one I dropped yesterday, only one person, and the person was laughing. That's Mike. I don't know if he's here. Laughs. The one I dropped today, 1 o'clock before the time, no reaction. So I had no idea if you guys haven't seen it. So I had to drop another one again. That's 12 minutes after 2, and no reaction. So I'm not even sure if you guys have seen it or not. So whenever I drop a message, I don't just drop random messages. It's always passing information. Try to react. So I'm sure that you've seen it, and it's easier for us to flow through. Felicia, what's up? Join late.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm sorry for joining late. So, I was one of those that had the life challenge. So, just trying
okay.
to charge.
Yeah. So let me. Yeah, I was about addressing that, and thank you for bringing that up. I forgot. So let me give you a breakdown of what I did probably when I started up in tech. Then I know some personnel might not relate to that because your location, you always have steady light. So when I started off, it was difficult for me to have to see light because of the state of Nigeria. We don't have that steady light. So I don't even stay at home to start with. So I go to like a barber shop to go and charge my system. When my system charges, I'll take it to home, take it to the house, and start doing what I'm doing, what I'm learning. If it gets down again, I'll take it back and charge it there. So I think someone is it Olubisi that said for 4 weeks. I was wondering, like you sat at home, or I don't understand. For 4 weeks, no light, and you didn't even like did you make a move or something? I said, nah. That is why with some of the comments, I wanted to give you guys an extension, but with more of the comments, I said, nah, I can't. This is not an excuse. I wasn't happy. I think for 1 month. So for me, I go to the barber shop to go and charge my system. And I found out some locations that are safe for me to go and charge. I was although going there. If I go there, I will sit there at my laptop. If it charges full, I will go home and do what I'm doing. If it gets down again, I will go back. And that is how what I was doing. Then at night, we also on Gen 2. I was just trying to, and every day I was able to do one thing or the other. So for the light issue is the last thing you tell me that you have that I would listen to be honest, because I've been to that situation before and I know how I juggled it. I know it's not easy for real. I'm not trying to say it's an easy thing, but I know how I juggled it and I feel able to try to do one thing or the other to at least get power on. I know the country is not in a good shape, but at least try to do something. Not 4 weeks is a lot for you not to make him. I don't know if he made a move for 4 weeks and maybe he didn't charge. Ah, that's a lot. So only for like, trust me, I won't listen to that. I think if Prince was there, then maybe he would have said, no, 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 no. No need of extension for that light. So anyway, I think we're good. Do you have any other question concerning not lights? No question about lights. Okay. Do you have any question about what we discussed today? I think the assignment I've tried to explain it, to break it down. This is recorded, so you can go back and watch the video. And you guys have 1 week to wrap up your current assignment. Then the upper week, I think you guys will be grouped. I will try to group you guys on Saturday or Sunday. So you guys must have spent most of the time doing your own personal assignment before you start that group. And again, remember, the group assignment is something that would continue because after this one, you guys are moving to the next section to where you're actually building the docs itself. So, and so I thought about something. So I think what you guys would do this time is outside that template I will give you guys, because the next one is building the docs and adding more. So you guys will also be writing the content. So we'll give you more time for that. So you add the content for each pages. So when it gets to the next assignment, so what you're doing is just have that. What are people using for this? The next one. Okay, so you're using a view press. So using view press for it. Yeah, so your current assignment, you're using Astrolight. Yeah, so this other one using view press. Okay. So I think you're moving very fast. Okay. All right, any other question, Michael?
Yeah, sorry, so sorry that I came in late. I didn't actually know that the call has started. I thought it was a normal time. I usually receive it. So, but I just checked my phone and I saw the message on Discord. The call has started. Join, guys. So I had to just
You
start.
you didn't see the last one, the one of yesterday?
Mm, no, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. My systems were were just down. I even had to charge them this one, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll probably get the recording and I'll go back again. So I want to ask. There was a form. I think there was a form that I saw you should I say sent in a form here or a link to a form here. I want to ask
Okay.
what's the
Yeah.
form for? That's the first question. And okay, I also want to thank you too for extending the time. And I know that we are going to try our best to do this
People only thanking me
assignment.
for
And I
accepting.
think I no. I thanked you on the Discord because this current assignment has really, I'm speaking for myself, probably for others too, has really there's a lot I've learned in doing this documentation stuff. But the only problem is some of the challenges require much more time to surmount and all those things. So that's why some of the delays. But I'm telling you, we are very committed to it. So thank you very
Yeah, no,
much.
sure. I can see that. That's why I gave you guys extension, because of the commitment. So the link I've resent it again, is for your next assignment. So which is a group assignment. So if you watch the recording, you hear more about the group assignment. So after this call, I will prepare the template, and I will take my time to do the template and then send it on Discord. So you guys will take that template and work on it. And it's going to be a group assignment. So how many are we now? We are 19, and I think I'm only seeing 8 persons. 12 now. So we are 19. So can we all fill that form? I've sent it again. So if you filled it before, please don't fill it again. Let me see if I could restrict that here. Basi, you have a question?
Okay, so I was just curious. What's the inspiration behind the open madness?
I have no idea. I think I am having a call that day. We were just thinking, I don't know. No, I was just thinking of what to do, of the name to give the assignment, because we wanted something from scratch. I think I had a call with someone, or I think someone, I don't know if it's from the API cohort or something, but we had a kind of, we learned a lesson. So we said, this one will have you guys work on something existing, and we'll have you guys work on something from scratch. So I think that is where we got that idea of building from scratch. But for the open madness, I don't know. Well, maybe I ate something awful that day and I decided to call it open madness. No idea. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I wanted to use open at least, so it's open source. But where the madness came in is the problem. I know I don't drink and I don't smoke, so I won't blame it on those items. So maybe it's what I ate. Most likely what I ate. So, but the name is Open Madness. I think it's a very cool name. Yeah, I don't think it's just forget about the madness. Think about the open. You're good. Yeah, right, Timmy. Your hand is up.
Good day, everyone. Good day, sir. When we start the project, this particular assignment next week, are we going to do the logo design and any other UI passive?
That's not for the assignment actually. That's for the next one. This one is more about the content, the structure, how it should look like, what should be there. So you can state that it needs to have a logo and all that. But where you're going to do implementation is the next one. Yeah, so logo is not a problem. So the main essence, what we want is not looking at this one has a very sweet logo. You can use it. We have free logo creating stuff to do. So what we want is that you follow the right procedure. You add what should be there. It's very easy to follow. The navigation is top notch. The content is not clustered. That is just what we're looking. You don't add all those cluster. I think I talked about that on my LinkedIn. In order to, don't want to see that thing like that. In order to, replace in order to. No need for the in order. So those are the little stuff. Pay attention to that and not the logo design. So 15, I think we're 19 here. We should have more people fill this form. Yeah, Cecilia.
So for the group assignment, we'll have the normal 2 weeks to hand it in, right? Or is it 1 week?
No, because you guys are doing a lot. You guys are doing so. This one you're asking me, wait, when it gets to that.
Okay, fine.
When it gets to that time. I know why you're asking me, don't worry, when we get to that time.
Okay.
I think maybe Prince needs to be here next whenever I was speaking, so he would take charge. Because people are pushing me here and there. And I'm saying yes. So who has not filled this form? I think Richard has filled the form. Queen, Yessi, LBC, Judith, Samuel, Timmy, Christine, Rose, Gloria, Felicia. Who is making us 19 that have not filled this form? Angel, you've not filled this form and you're here. Mercy has filled the form. Who else again? Oh, I'm saying 19. I'm counting myself. Gloria, have you filled this form? Okay, yeah, she has. Ola, you've not filled this form. Okay, Cecilia has filled the form. Michael, have you filled? Don't think you have. So Michael, fill the form. I think
No, I haven't. I just came in, so I will definitely do that. I haven't.
Fill it. Leave the haven't. Fill it. So having one more person that I haven't filled the form. I think I'll put on my glasses to check for that person. I mean, I'm appearing twice. Oh God. So Google Drive or Google Meet. So me sharing screen is a separate person. So that's why we have 19. All right, so it's just Ola and Michael. So the second assignment would be a very, very cool assignment. The next assignment is on the second assignment. So I would like you guys to, thanks Ola. So I would like you guys to take your time. So like I said, the most important work you need to get done for that assignment is to pick a lead, right? So ensure you pick someone that would help the team, someone that will make that team be a super team. That's the most important work you need to do. So if you're able to get that one right, even if you don't get that one right with the template, everything will go chaotic. So it's very important. Things to look out for. Let me give you guys a little scope using what we have here. If you're looking at somebody that is too quiet, if you're looking at someone that is outspoken, things might not even go too well. So we've not had so much time where we interacted with ourselves just on a call, on a call, on a call. And if you also look at those always answer questions, always bring up questions, always talk about issues, you still won't get it right. So it's difficult in this group that we have right now to get it lit. So if I want to pick, I'm trying to think. If I want to, okay, so what you do, okay, you guys need to have a call first when you have the group. So the first call shouldn't be the call for the lead. The first call is to know yourself. Not necessarily your country, it doesn't matter. First is to know yourself. Tell me what you did in the first assignment. You guys just discuss. From that discussion, you now know who actually will help to lead the team. Someone that always want to put things in order. I don't want to say something so that on the call everybody will try to like, no, don't say, don't worry, let this person speak. Can you mute your mic? Everybody will want to be, and trust me, the person that also be a lead does also make the person the best in that team. Okay. And you also being the lead doesn't mean that after the project you come and post online, I led this team. It doesn't also make you the best. So I don't want everybody to start, I must be the lead. Nobody will ever be the lead. It doesn't even change anything. I've been in projects where I'm not even the lead. But at the end of the day, I'm the one everybody's pointing at. Yeah, this guy, he has been doing. For me, be more of the person that wants to do a lot of stuff. When you have a lead, what can we do? Now, the lead is also there for everybody to put hands together. Okay, the lead work in this assignment is just to organize and not to issue out commands. It's just to organize. You guys, okay, how can we do? What can we do next? On the call, you will not have maybe one person will be the person talking about, let's do like this, let's do like this. The lead doesn't have the final say. Everybody will decide, let's work. Not the lead will say, we must work with this. So I don't want you guys to come from that angle. So the lead work is just to organize, make sure everything is well organized. Because if you don't have someone trying to organize things, it'll be chaotic. So you have a lead organize a meeting. Let's have meetings 2 times a week or once a week. So, the lead will go to what time zone. Let me create a form to have our names and our times. And you also share that in your report. We had meetings how many times a week? We had this, we had that. That is what I want. So that is the work of the lead. So if I were you, I'll be doing the work of the lead in this project. I must be the lead. I must be the lead. You be organizing, take all the time zones, the meetings you guys are having, you put the dates, put everybody's name. You're organizing everything. You're supposed to have a call. This in the call, look at the minutes, look at what we're going to talk about, look at what we're going to do. And all those things, you'll document those things and you will submit them as part of the assignment. Calls and everything you had, you document all of them. All right. So that's the work of the lead. Maybe you guys don't know the work of the lead. I don't want you guys to start dragging out, be the lead, I'll be the lead. Now, the most important person is not the lead. The most important person is that particular person in the group that always want to ensure that everything is right, done the right way. So you have one person that would, when you guys are working, the person would, because you also have a review session. So the review session will also come to one person you guys believe has a better knowledge than every other person, which is not the lead, or which might be the lead. So you have, okay, this person we think he or she has a much better knowledge than than everybody else on this area of the assignment. And you can have this other person, this person think he has a better knowledge in auditing, this one has a better knowledge in building. That is the work of the lead. So you now put in everybody that you think is better in each areas, and everybody will get to work. So the most important person is the person doing their own role very well and also extending help in other areas to ensure the assignment is good. Now that is the person that will easily get hired, because in companies, in interviews, when you talk, you say, I worked in a project, I wasn't the lead, but look at what I did, and the thing helped the lead a lot, because they always want someone that will be able to do something, know what to do, and always stretch a helping hand. And also, you be proactive. You in the meetings, you say, okay, let's add this, let's add this. Let us use this tool, because this tool will make it very, you guys, you are not always ahead. So the lead is a huge responsibility that might not even give you so much time to get so much involved in most of the work. So, and the lead also get involved in the work too, but might not get so much depth into it. So it's up to you guys now to pick who will be your lead. So hope I gave you guys enough idea. Cecilia in particular. Did I?
Yes, thank you. I feel better.
All right. So do you have any other question? Are we good to go? Yes. Yeah, that's the reason why I had to, ensure I explain this very well, because I don't want people to start saying I must be the lead. Nah. For me, I won't even want to be the lead, so that I will have time to be able to do the major work and learn so much. If you take it back, I don't know, for those in Nigeria that did their school in Nigeria, you know that when they make you the school prefect, they call it SP, school prefect, being the guy. You will see that most times they're not even in a class, because they don't even have time. You're always trying to be following your principal to do this, to do that, while other people are learning, but you're busy trying to organize things and put things in order. Classes are going on, you're not learning, but school will now give you a good grade because while you're getting involved. But the actual learning is being done by your fellow classmates, but you're not there. So when you're being given that position, sometimes it will shift you away from the main work while others are doing the main work, and they will come out. Sometimes you see people come out and they will, I've done this, I've done that, and you only looking for leadership position because you've built yourself in that role. But majority of the work are coming in other areas. So right now, being a lead, you will now look for a way to put these things together and still find a way to learn together. And you also find a way to put, so you guys will create you don't need to create a Jira task, not trying to make it too big, but create like a table. You're doing this, you're working on this area from here to here, you're working on, that is the work of, and it takes you a lot of time to do that. So it's up to you to also maybe bring people together. Let all of us try to do this table, or let me do it. It's up to you, up to the team. So the lead is doing a lot of work together with the teammates, but the teammates will benefit more than the lead. So, like all I said, may we not fight in advance. All right. So, do you have any question around the next assignment and what needs to be done? Are we good to go? Okay, let me ask a question now before we wrap up. Let me start so we can close up now. So let me start with who would I start with right now? Let me start with Cecilia. You're disturbing me a lot. So Cecilia, would you like to be a lead in the assignment? Yes or no?
No.
All right. Michael, would you like to be a lead? Yes or no?
It depends if
Yes
I
or yes,
feel.
no. Yes or no?
I'll say okay. Yes, I can.
All right. Timmy, would you like to be a lead? Yes or no?
No.
All right. Basi, would you like to be a lead? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. Felicia, would you like to be a lead? Yes or no?
No.
This one I say no 2 times. Mercy, would you like to be a lead?
Yes.
All right. Richard, would you like to be a lead? Yes or no? Richard, I hear.
I will think about it.
Yes or no? I'm not saying you be a lead. I'm asking. Even the time comes.
No, sir.
Eh, I'm not in picking lead. I'm just asking. So, Bravo, would you like to be a lead? Yes or no? Bravo. I didn't hear you. Are you speaking? Okay. No. Angel, would you like to be a lead? Yes or no? Okay, while waiting for Angel. Queen, would you like to be a lead? Yes or no?
No.
All right. Judith, would you like to be a lead? Yes or no?
No.
Gloria, would you like to be a lead? Yes or no?
No.
Josh, would you like to be a lead? Yes or no? Josh, are you there?
Okay, I'm with you. The question
Yes
is
or no?
very
Yes or no? Yes or no?
okay. I can't give a direct answer like that.
Yeah, you will give a
Yes.
direct answer. I'm not picking any, I'm just asking right now. You guys will do the picking later. Yes or no?
As the answers are today, yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that tomorrow it can change.
Oh God.
Something like that.
Exactly. You get the quote. Something like that.
Yeah. All right. Ola, would you like to be a lead? Yes or no?
Oh, no in advance.
No. Olivier, would you like to be a lead? Yes or no?
I don't mind.
Hey God. Yes or no?
Yes.
You are minding it. Yes. So who is remaining? Samuel, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. So would you like to be a lead? Yes or no?
No.
Come on. Rose, how you doing? Would you like to be a lead? Yes or no?
I'm doing good. No?
All right. So I think that's cool. So we have a lot of no's and we have few yeses. So it now depends on you guys to decide on what who to pick to be a lead. So so take your time. Like I said, the lead will make or break your team. So like Ola said, maybe not fight in advance because we have at least like 5 or 6 persons that want to be a lead. So which means in each team we have at least 2 persons that want to be a lead in that team. And if we do a shuffle and we have 3 people that want to be a lead in the team, so we go ahead with that team. Okay. Yeah. So thank you guys for joining. Let me stop recording.